the Talk Birdie-tome with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Titleist, they're the clear #1 ball in golf. FootJoy are the #1 shoe and glove in golf. Driving a BMW is like hitting a perfect shot, smooth, controlled and powerful. Ping, they'll help you play your best. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. And Better, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now, from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, it's time for Talk Birdie-tome.
G'day everybody, welcome. This is a bonus pod, and Dan, you've got some more questions for us.
Okay, we do. So we're going to have a chat today to Steve, wolfpacker Steve. Now, you guys will recall, I want to say maybe a month ago, we had Steve on the pod. Steve is a 7.1 handicapper, wants to get down to a 5 to play in the Vic Senior Amateur. He sent in some videos and he's keen on your thoughts.
All right, terrific.
So we'll have a chat to Steve and have a look at those videos after the turn. A couple of quick questions first. This is from Wayne. Morning Talk Birdie-tome team. I found the time to listen to your podcast on YouTube, which is really handy because it's got subtitles and I'm hard of hearing. That's great.
Very.
Mark and Nick, 2 questions. Would either of you have benefited from a TPI swing analysis in your playing days? And what do you think about bringing back the Australian Masters as a DP World Tour LIV co-sanctioned event? Keep up the good work. Thank you, Wayne.
Australian Masters as a LIV event. Yeah, it could possibly work. But
DP World Tour LIV co-sanction. Is that what, what it was?
Yeah, that's what he said,
I don't think LIV will be co-sanctioned with the DP World Tour anytime. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Honestly, who knows what the hell is happening with that at the moment? I don't think anyone does. I think almost talks have completely stalled.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could always. Could they invite some of the LIV players to play, I assume?
Well, I think that's in the making. So I think that would be great.
So have it as a DP World Tour co-sanction event with us here in Australia and invite some of the LIV players.
Well, that would be great to have and we always talk about it, an enormous golf 4-week period in Australia. So we're Adelaide, LIV Adelaide, an Australian Open, an Australian Masters, and the Australian PGA that is doing so well. And more players are signing up for the BMW PGA Championship, which is wonderful to see. We would love to see it, and it absolutely makes sense.
And the other question was a TPI swing analysis.
Would either of you have benefited from a TPI swing analysis when you were playing?
The TPI, is that where they put it's almost like you see
the biomechanics,
the biomechanical one.
What is that? Titleist Performance Institute, right?
Yeah, something like
TPI?
that.
Yeah,
something like that.
Personally, no, because my swing was all about feel. And I know it's weird, in my peak playing days, if I'd have seen my swing, which I never really did, I would have gone, I might need to change that.
Yeah,
that doesn't look good.
There's a lot of players like you.
Whereas I knew exactly where the club face was throughout my entire swing when I was playing well, and that's all I relied on. So there's a fine line. Some players love the camera, love to do all that. I mean, I do it now. I look at my swing because I want to make it nice and pretty and all that. But is it as effective? No, it's not. Yeah. So it needs to be functional. So there is a balance there. And I always found whenever I went down the technical route of what looks good, my game deteriorated. Whereas if I went by I know what works and I know the positions that I want to feel I'm in, then I'm good. I didn't need technology to reinforce that for me. I was probably the least technology player there was out there. So yeah.
Look, I think it would have been interesting if they had data on some of the best players in the world at the time. So, for instance, Greg and I were 2 different types. But let's say John Vanderveld, for instance, who I was a similar size to and had a similar sort of swing and strength.
Similar looking,
the whole lot. When he was playing, I would have been interested to see where our swings differed, and it would have just been timing. And you did a masterclass on this last week, sequencing. I think it would have shown the sequencing that could have been of some value, but any kind of technical change is, unless it works early or unless it's easy to do, you're going to lose a lot of money. chasing it. So you've got to have an enormous bank account, an enormous line of sponsors that are willing to put up with poor play for a period of time. I mean, I remember when Tiger won the US Masters with his amateur golf swing. I'll put it that way. He won by 12 shots with that amateur swing. Not long after, he went to work with Butch to produce his Tiger Slam swing. And I reckon he was out of business for 18 months.
Was he? Okay.
18 months, I reckon, before the old Tiger re-emerged as far tee to green. Yeah, if you don't have the Tiger Woods bank account, it's a big risk to take.
I think it comes down to the individual as well. Are you a analytical player or are you more a field player?
Well, it makes sense when you say it probably wouldn't have been for you because you were very much field-based.
Very much field.
Yeah. Now, next question here before we go to the turn. This is from Jake. Now, Wayne was talking about LIV being maybe co-sanctioning the Masters. Jake's got a LIV question for you as well. Hey, guys. Initially, LIV poached top-end players with big money to disturb and maybe even try and take over the tour. But I wonder what the motivation is now with picking off the like of Tom McKibben, for example, loving the pod and love the YouTube channel as well.
Well, it's a bit like the Empire Strikes Back. The PGA Tour have struck back, haven't they? I mean, they've now got the elevated events. They've now got enormous amounts of bonus money to try and match what LIV have done. So less and less players
I'm not sure they've even tapped into that.
Crossing over.
$1.5 billion either.
Yeah, that's right. So they haven't from the, what was that, the Boston Sports Company? or
something like that.
So the PGA Tour have made it a tougher decision for the poster boys of the PGA Tour to go across. And I also think that now, with no guarantee of world ranking points and getting into the top 50 in the world, which gets you into all the majors, I think the players that are left want to win major championships and maybe they want to cement those spots into the 4 majors every year.
Yeah, and the lure for the younger players coming out of college who I think this past year, I can't really remember many of the signings. It might have just been a couple of young guys like a Tom McKibben.
Yep.
I mean, he was touted as being the next superstar of some note. I believe he's played pretty well on the LIV Tour. There was conversations with him and Rory early on where Rory said, look, if you want to go, but I think you're better off staying. And he chose to go, and I'm sure he's probably happy with it because he just won the team title with John Rahm on Legion 13. So the bank account is certainly flush, but you'd love to see players like him obviously playing in the major championships. And he managed to do that at Royal Portrush. He did play the British Open. But going forward, he's not exempt into them, so it's going to be tough for these younger players. They have to make that choice. Do you make a lot of money early on, or do you are you in it for the history and the legacy of the game? It's really a personal choice.
It would have almost been perfect for not Adam Scott just yet, but Adam Scott in about 2 years, where his major, runs out, and he's 46. He's still has a lot of charisma, and people would go to watch him hit a golf ball. Have more of those like a mid-seniors tour sort of thing, where you could slide in there and play 14 times a year before you get to 50.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, maybe. I'm just presuming, but look, the sooner we get everybody back playing together, the better in my book.
Okay, time for you guys to review a Wolfpackers golfing performance.
Beautiful. Okay.
So we're going to go to the turn. We're going to come back, have a chat to Steve, and we'll have a look at some videos.
Looks good, man. Dude, are we in slow motion too?
Hey guys, I was in at the Golf Clearance Outlet the other week, and I was doing some of those amazing commercials that you see on social media.
Amazing. Oh,
anyway, there was a punter in there, and he was in the golf simulators, where they use the Foresight GC quads, mind you, so they're pretty flash.
They are.
And what he was doing, he was actually trying clubs that were on the rack.
Nice.
At the Golf Clearance Outlet.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
And so they had TaylorMade clubs, you had Callaway clubs, you had lots of Titleist gear. They were all over the place. And he was just going from one club to the next he was actually purchasing irons off the rack. And then if you wanted some bigger grips or shorter clubs or longer clubs, you could get fitted out the back.
Perfect. Yeah, those GC quads as well, they give such good data. The technology is amazing. All the tour pros are using them as well, so you may as well use the best.
Well, Sam Colosimo, who runs the Golf Clearance Outlet right around the country, every single store has the Foresight GC quads to help you purchase the best clubs you've ever had.
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is talkbirdietome. We're here for BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Ping will help you play your best. The Golf Clearance Outlet beat everyone's prices. And Betr is the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. Now, for Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen.
Rightio, we're back, and I'm looking forward to this actually because we've never done it before, but we're trying to improve one of the Wolfpack's golf, and we're going to see some chipping and putting videos that I believe have been sent in.
Now, so we had a chat a while ago, and I want to say maybe like a month ago to Steve. Now, Steve was a 7-ish handicapper, a 7.1 from memory, I think, and he wants to get to a 5. Yeah, very good. Wants to get to a 5 to play the Vic Senior Amateur. You gave Steve some tips. You guys said we want you, here's what you want to go and have a bit of a work on, a bit of a play with, and we've got Steve on the phone, so we can see how he's going. Hello.
G'day, Steve-o.
Hey, Steve.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Now, the first question, how'd that initial help go? That was quite a while ago now. So hopefully you're starting to move in the right direction.
Yeah.
What's the handicap?
It's down to 6.1.
Oh,
So I've dropped a shot. So
we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, it's moving the right way.
Perfect.
Thank you, Doug. Well, let's have a look at some of these videos, I reckon. Okay, this is good. We're going through the routine.
Routine, yeah, I like it. Okay. One hand on, like that.
Good. All right, well, there wasn't much head movement. The body stayed reasonably still.
All right.
Yeah, I like this routine business.
That's
it's
good.
important when you do your practice.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick, it looked like a pretty solid putting stroke to me.
The routine looked good too.
Routine looked fantastic. I could sense just at that setup, I reckon, and I'm always big on this, a lot of people when they look up in their practice stroke, their weight changes on their feet. And then when they set up, there's weight on the toe of the back foot and not as much weight on the toe of the front foot, because it did look just a little bit open
Leany.
and forward. You saw that too, didn't you? So I would check that the weight on your lead foot is exactly the same place as the weight on the trail foot. And that should automatically square up the top half and get you more head kind of in the right spot and symmetrical.
Yep. And I guess the other question I have for you, Steve, is do you have a tendency at the moment with your putts? You're missing them a little left or right or?
Yep. So there's been an update from those videos. I've actually bought myself a new putter, got fitted professionally, and as it was since then, the actual has been, I think, pretty dramatic from about 5 or 6 feet in.
Right.
So I'm certainly making more than what I was, yeah.
All right, well, that's important because you don't have to chip it stiff all the time. You just want to chip it inside 4 or 5 feet. And then if you're putting those well, it takes actually pressure off your chipping if you know you're putting the short one. So let's have a look at that chipping, Dan. Yeah, it looked like an exaggerated follow-through to me. Like his arms were going past his body a little bit. Yeah, but I bow to your knowledge here, Nicholas.
No, it looks pretty good to him.
Well, the one thing I noticed is that if you're going to, I don't mind your putting practice on the mat, and I don't mind your hitting practice in the nets, but chipping practice has got to be on the grass.
It does help to be on the grass.
Got to be on the grass.
No, but the setup looked pretty good. The one thing I would say is maybe you got a little bit too much flex in the knees. So just straighten up the knees a little bit there, so you might even feel a little bit taller. And what that'll do, because I just noticed on the side view one, it looked as though your right knee just collapsed a little bit through the action. So if your knees or your legs are a little straighter, it'll just help you pivot and turn through and feel as though you're a bit taller. So your rotation is really going to control the motion rather than trying to, work it out there with the lower body, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I thought there was a disconnect in the follow through.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And I reckon because the knee stayed bent, the body stopped and the arms kept going.
Yeah.
Instead
so
of
if we can have the legs, not taking the legs out of it, but just having that set up a little bit straighter in the knees, I think less flex will help with that, and it'll just promote a bit better turn through the ball. How's the chipping been going, by the way?
Not bad. Some days are very good. The first couple of days in Queensland was, really, really, really good. And the last couple of days was probably, not great.
Okay.
Not great, to be totally honest. So,
well, that could happen. But the chipping off the grass is really important to get that connection right. And what Nick was saying, we gave you a lot of advice then, but in actual fact, it's very small stuff and easy to fix.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks quite good.
Yeah.
But I'd start practicing on grass as soon as you can.
And then the other thing with the chipping is try and match that backswing and the follow through in speed. Like if you go back slow and then fast through, which tends to happen with a lot of people, that can cause some mishits. So just put a metronome on, just download a metronome on your phone, and just try and time the backswing and the follow through with that beat. I know you did a masterclass a while back, 1, 2, or whatever it was.
You don't want a 1, 2, 3. You want 1, 2.
Yep.
The other positive, I think, for Steve here is that, mate, you were 7.1, 6 weeks ago, mate. Now you're 6.
Already come down a shot.
You are well on track to get under 5, I would suggest.
And when you put that into relationship, if I said you were like an 18 handicap and you're trying to get down, that one shot is probably about 4 shots for an 18 handicapper. So that's a big leap you've just made. So that's really good.
Thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it.
No problem. Good luck getting down to that 5. I don't think it's far away.
You're not far off.
No.
There's no way you are far off. So keep working away. It's for a great cause, and it's great to honour a friend like that. So well done, Steve.
Well done, Steve.
Brilliant.
See you, buddy.
Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen comes live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our fantastic partners. Titleist is the clear #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Ping, they'll help you play your best. Better, the fastest and easiest betting app in Australia. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and maybe leave a review. Talk Birdie to Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media, with sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie to Me.